Hello, this is the new newspaper. Our top story today, the United States has launched strikes against Islamic State targets in Nigeria, signaling an intensified effort to counter extremist groups in West Africa. According to officials, the strikes were aimed at degrading the operational capabilities of Islamic State-affiliated militants operating in parts of Nigeria. Nigeria has faced persistent security challenges from extremist groups, particularly in the country's northeast, where militants have carried out repeated attacks against civilians and security forces. U.S. officials say the operation forms part of broader international counterterrorism efforts focused on preventing extremist groups from expanding their influence and coordinating attacks across borders. Analysts warn that instability in West Africa poses risks not only to the region but also to international security, as extremist networks seek to exploit weak governance and ongoing conflicts. Authorities have not released detailed operational information, and the full impact of the strikes remains unclear. Further updates are expected as assessments continue. Meanwhile, in the United States, a new legal dispute is drawing national attention. A Democratic lawmaker has filed a lawsuit seeking to remove former President Donald Trump's name from the Kennedy Center, reopening a broader debate about politics, culture, and the role of public institutions. According to the lawsuit, attaching the name of a former president to a major cultural institution is inappropriate and risks politicizing a space that is intended to represent national unity and artistic expression. The Kennedy Center is one of the most respected cultural institutions in the United States. It hosts world-class performances and national events and operates with public funding and federal oversight. The lawsuit has sparked strong reactions across the political spectrum. Supporters argue that public institutions should remain politically neutral, while critics say the move is politically motivated and unlikely to succeed in court. Legal experts note that disputes involving naming rights are often complex, involving governance rules, donor agreements, and constitutional considerations that can take months or even years to resolve. At this stage, there is no clear timeline for a ruling, and the case is expected to move slowly through the legal system as arguments are reviewed. The case adds to ongoing political tensions in Washington, highlighting how disputes over names and symbols continue to reflect deeper divisions in American society. You're watching the new newspaper. Turning now to international diplomacy. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is planning to meet former U.S. President Donald Trump on Sunday for talks focused on ending the war with Russia. According to sources familiar with the matter, the meeting is expected to focus on possible pathways toward ending the conflict, which has continued for more than 2 years. The planned talks come at a critical moment as fighting continues along several front lines and diplomatic efforts to reach a settlement have remained stalled. Although no longer in office, Donald Trump remains a central figure in U.S. politics. Analysts say his views on the conflict could influence future American policy toward Ukraine. International partners are closely watching the developments. Any discussions on ending the war would have major implications for European security and global stability. Officials have cautioned that no immediate breakthrough should be expected and that any progress would likely require broader international involvement. The planned meeting marks a notable moment in ongoing efforts to explore diplomatic options to end the war. You're watching the new newspaper. That's all for now. We'll continue to follow developments as more information becomes available. Thank you for watching.